Welcome back to Head Start on Quessa TV. Hashtag Quessa Head Start, and let us know what your thoughts are on everything we're discussing today. It's time to go to Diego, who's standing by with Lyric, and they're going to be doing Tech Talk with us. Pay attention to this one. Very important information for all of us.
Thank you very much, Kokui. So, as usual, every Thursday we come your way with Tech Talk and let you know what is happening in the world of technology. So, from cars to reviews of phones to reviews of anything technology, we do it right here and have a detailed conversation also regards to things that has to do with artificial intelligence, for instance, 5G. And today we're talking about fake news and social media privacy issues. All right. Fake news and social media privacy issues. And I've been joined by the CEO of Lyric Concepts, Lyric Oseyano. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
this is a familiar grounds for you, I believe.
Yes,
so,
yes.
All right, so we're talking about fake news and social media privacy issues. So, I mean, back in the days, we have a lot of issues where people post stories about celebrities, politicians being dead. Here in Ghana, we have our own fair share. Yes, I remember this lady at Kumawood, Chewa, has died like twice already. She's still alive somewhere in USA. Yeah. But that is the issue we are having to battle with. So when we talk about fake news in the social media space, what are we talking about?
So it's good to be here again. Kwesi is a family.
Yes.
Basically, fake news is just information that is wrong, but it's carried out in a manner that makes it look like it's true. Okay. So normally, politicians or celebrities or wherever try to use fake news to promote themselves. That's what sometimes they do.
So at times it's more of a good thing for them.
Yes, it's more of a bad PR for them to become a good PR for them in some other ways. But when it comes to national issues, like let's say with this PDS issue going on right now, and you hear another news saying that ECG is not interested in the PDS issue, PDS is back. Okay. Now, what happens is that the information is spread in a certain manner that it's convincing. Some even go to the extent of creating a virtual website. For example, they can create a clone of Ghana Web, making it look like it's real for you to confirm that it's real. What I normally say is on social media, you have to be very, very careful to verify some of this information. What the Ministry of Information is doing, which I know very well, is they make sure such information about national communication is well carried out through the media, and they rebuke any fake news that is going on and stuff. It's been happening around the world, especially in America and other parts of the world, where fake news is used as propaganda for politicians and institutions for them to carry out certain messages out there and stuff. And recently, I don't know if you've heard, Cambridge Analytica used some of our data to carry out fake news for Donald Trump's government to win the elections. Yes, and I'm sure they have been investigated, and I think they've been shut down recently for good. So yeah.
All right. So you mentioned a bit about verification.
Yes,
so how do you even verify that this story is fake or not?
Yes. So
we're quick to jump to circulate. We want to be the first person to share. So quickly, you want to share. So how do you verify that this story is fake or not?
The point you just made about we are quick to share is very true. Sharing information first makes you become genuine to a lot of people. People think you are the #1 source of information and stuff. There are a lot of websites that have lost credibility because of some of these fake news and stuff. Verification is very, very important. Sometimes the time the news comes and when you put it out there makes your outlet credible. Another big example is the PDS press release that was released around 11 p.m. by the Ministry of Information, which is okay. Press releases can be released at any time. Now, what is a bit scary is how that information is carried on different platforms. Some of us might not be sure whether this is genuine or not. But normally, when it's on certain websites like Ghana Web, My Joy Online, Star FM Online, all those platforms, people feel confident, and especially when it's coming from the direct source, which is the Ministry of Information or the direct ministry that is connected to current information that is being shared. Yes.
Okay. All right. So in this era of we having fake news and all that. Okay, I even chanced upon the statistics that show that
yes.
Common sources of fake news, according to the Canadians,
yes,
68% is coming from Facebook.
Yes.
65% from social media, that could be WhatsApp or other ones. Yes. And then the website is 62%, yes. YouTube 49%, yes. TV 45%. Are we at risk with social media?
We are. Social media is like it's very, very difficult to compare. It's like an egg. You're being careful of how to handle it so that it doesn't crack.
Okay.
Facebook is with this data is very, very true because people get a lot of fake news on Facebook a lot. By the time they verify, they might have shared it with 1,000 people before they confirm this is wrong.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw a news on Facebook saying the world Pele is dead.
Yes, I saw that too. Yeah.
What I did first was, what I normally advise people to do is when you see such news on Facebook, just take some few minutes, seconds, and go to google.com and just type Pele. Just type the first name of that person.
Okay.
What Google will then do is look for news articles related to that person. Okay. If the person is truly dead, you see an article from his home country, Pele is from Brazil,
yes.
before you see BBC and the rest. So that's what I advise people to do, not to necessarily pick it from Facebook. Okay. Sometimes with even celebrities, their pages are even hacked. They are not even aware.
Yeah, true.
They get to share certain stories. They are not even aware it has been shared on their own platforms because of some of these accesses that will come to talk about the privacy issue of social media also.
Okay. And for even with the website you're talking about is because probably they want to promote their sites
yes.
for people to get a watch
yes.
and all that. So yeah. All right. So now how do we, let's get into the privacy bits. So how do we even protect ourselves from these?
It's very difficult because with the rate of smartphones in the system now, everyone wants to be on the go, everyone wants to be on social media, everyone is actually not reading privacy policies of mobile apps. Okay. Recently, there was this app called Face App by the Russians,
yes,
which
I did a review of that.
I use the app myself.
Okay. You look very horrible, actually. That's right.
For me, I didn't actually bother about the privacy issue because you see, these brands make the privacy issues policies difficult for you to understand. Okay. It's very long, and no one will actually have time to download the app.
Like they're just saying, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it into writing.
Now, normally what they say is you're giving them full access.
Okay.
It's a very serious issue. You're giving them full access of your contacts.
Yes.
They can actually go into your photos and pick and choose any image to use for any advertising company. You're also giving them access to your Google location. They can actually
know
the
picture.
No, just by downloading the app. When you download the app, yes.
Okay.
You've actually given them access to a lot of things that you are not even aware of. Because when you download any app, it asks you permission.
Okay.
And what WhatsApp has done is that, which they are trying to take themselves out of the picture, is they're trying to tell you that, which Facebook came out to say, with Facebook's own WhatsApp right now, Mark Zuckerberg said, we do not force our users to give us access to their data. Okay. Our users give us access willingly, which is true. He's very right. He's very right because
what they give.
He does not say, oh, give me your picture. When you click accept, and even when you want to post the picture, you notice that Facebook asks you, give me access to your camera.
Okay.
In turn, what Facebook is trying to say is that I can access your camera anytime I want.
Exactly.
A lot of friends I know have blocked their laptop cameras and a lot of, and I keep saying that. If you block your laptop camera, what about your phone camera? Can you block your phone camera? You can't do that.
A big challenge.
They can actually switch into your phone and see what you're doing and stuff. Okay. So I think sometimes when you buy these smartphones, have time to go to your settings and disassociate yourself from some of the access you've already given them when the phone is bought brand new. Because automatically, when you buy these phones, the access have been granted. A lot of access have been unlocked and stuff. And especially the Android phones, go to your Google settings, connected to your Gmail, and evoke all the access you've given to the advertisers. Because if you've noticed, Android phones allow you to see pop-up adverts. You'll be holding your phone and you see a pop-up advert. You might say, I didn't do this.
Exactly.
But you see, they've listened to your conversations because you have WhatsApp voice notes. You send voice notes. And voice notes, for you to send voice notes, it asks you to give them access to your voice, to your microphone. So they are listening to your conversations, but you're not the target of any criminal investigation or whatever. But they're listening to your conversations to sell to advertisers. So you'll be talking about, okay, I want to buy this Nike shoe with a friend. Charlie, this shoe is nice, so what do you think? The next 2 seconds, you see an ad, probably from Jumia, saying that, oh, why don't you come and buy this Nike shoe and stuff?
Oh, okay.
Probably Google has heard your information and sold it to an advertiser who is powering an ad for Jumia.
Making money out of that.
Yes. Wow. Yes, so that's some of the privacy issues that's going on out there. And like I said recently, I watched a Netflix series called The Great Hack, where Cambridge Analytica again mine our data for free. We were just watching the series. They were like, they didn't breach any protocols. They just mined into Facebook's data. They got data which people have already given to us, where they work, what they eat, their child's name, where the child go to school, what kind of food they like, where they've been in the past 20 years and all those things. Cambridge Analytica had every data on everyone. So sometimes it's very scary when we are on social media. You're like, it's like a space where it's an unending information that we need to be careful about, the kind of information that we put out there and stuff. It's a very fun place. It's helped some of us a lot, but we just need to be careful.
A lot of people are transacting businesses and all that on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and all that. So it's kind of difficult. But you mentioned a bit about where we can probably, when it comes to your phone, you can probably be able to go and reset, change the default settings and everything, make everything normal for you. But then again, when it comes to social media, for instance, it's kind of very difficult because there are terms and conditions you have to accept. And when you do accept, there's no way out.
Especially Facebook. With my agency, which is Lyric Concept, what we do is we sometimes tell our clients that they need to train their own staff to understand some of the technologies of social media, for them to understand that the corporate settings, the kind of information they share on their Facebook, it's very, very important. It hinders the company's progress and stuff, which they need to understand probably. With Facebook, it's also very, very difficult. Like you said, it's very, very difficult about their privacy issues. They keep changing it because of the EU issues that they keep facing with the European government. I think it's about time Ghana government takes a critical look at our privacy policy to protect its citizens against social media platforms.
That was the next thing I was going to get into.
Yeah, because you see, Diego, they have access to our information. It's so amazing. Yeah, they have details. Okay, they actually know what kind of food you like, what kind of place you hang out. If it's Zen Gardens, they actually know the time. Google can actually tell you that you drove from your house around 6 p.m. and you got to Zen Garden at like 7 p.m.
Surprisingly, I got to realize that even some quote-unquote cheating men, what their wives usually do is they go to their phone, check their Google
locations,
exactly where they've been to, where they've not been to. Yeah. You can easily get access to you to find out. Surprised people don't even know that.
A lot of people don't know. With these smartphones that actually predict, it even tells you the number of hours you spent on social media. What more can't it do? You know, with the smartphones now, iPhones can actually tell you the number of hours you spent on social media and stuff. You know.
So where do we go from here as Ghanaians? I mean, we still can't avoid using social media. We can't avoid using Google, for instance. So what do we do?
What I think we should do is, and in my field, I think the government needs to have a privacy policy or a privacy kind of law. It's going to be very difficult because these guys are tech giants, and they work with international standards. But we need to protect us because, you see, fake news and privacy issues can harm us. It can even cause war. You know, bad information can cause a lot of...
Trigger a lot of things,
Trigger a lot of things. So the government needs to create policies that will protect us. The Ministry of Communication, especially, which is handling some of these things, needs to monitor some of these information that comes on social media, speak to some of the tech giants internationally and let them understand that, listen, our information that you have, what do you do with it? Are you selling it to advertisers? If you are selling it to advertisers, does the user have... Is the user aware of it? Has the user giving you permission to do that? Because at the end of the day, there are some users who are not on social media, but they're on WhatsApp. And I'm hearing that WhatsApp is also thinking about doing ads. So it means that those people who have access to WhatsApp will be receiving ads. Probably they've not agreed to. But because they've downloaded WhatsApp
already, you don't have any choice.
You don't have a choice. So I think government needs to look at this, and the Ministry of Communication is the best ministry that can make this happen.
I even discovered Dubai is having a new ministry which purely is into technology. And we in the 21st century, we are still not thinking even about how to protect our own data and all that.
We have to.
But in the future, I'm sure the government will be listening and they will take a cue from what you're saying. All right. So, in a nutshell, what are we supposed to do with fake news? What are we supposed to? How are we supposed to protect ourselves as individuals?
With fake news, what I'll say is verify, verify, verify. In my field, what we are looking at doing is when you get that information, double check. Okay. Because it's very embarrassing when you've built a certain online presence or reputation, a certain stature in life, and then you get information and you put that out there without verification, and it comes out to be wrong. People start looking at you in a certain way. Exactly. In terms of the privacy issue, it's going to be very difficult, and I hope that people watching will understand that privacy is very, very important. These tech giants are watching every move. You know, even your SIM card is even worse. Your SIM card is even worse.
Even pick up some stuff that we don't even know about.
Your SIM card is even worse, but these tech giants are doing worse. Just be careful the kind of information you allow them to have access to, and you'll be fine.
All right. Yeah. All right. So briefly tell us, Lyric Concept, what are you into, and then what is your kind of what you do, portfolio, basically.
Okay, so Lyric Concept is basically an advertising agency here in Accra. We focus mainly in digital advertising, personality brand building, and then general advertising needs. We've worked with brands like CFAO Motors, we worked with brands like UBA, and then couple of personalities that we've done personal branding for. Anita Eskin herself. We pushed and did personal branding for Kojo Nkrumah, the current Minister of Information. So our doors are open for any consulting services in terms of digital and strategic thinking and advertising management and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Lyric Concept.
Thank you for the opportunity.
CEO of Lyric Concept. All right. So we had a discussion on fake news and social media policy, privacy policies and issues that is surrounding us right now. Looks like we don't have a choice, but when you have any fake news, make sure you verify before you publish. Yeah. And with the policy issues, privacy issues, looks like it's going to be a tough deal for us to solve. But we hope in the coming future we'll be able to find ways and means to avert all those things. So it's a wrap from our side on Tech Talk. And remember, as always on Thursdays, we have 10 to 15-minute discussion on anything technology. If you have any app or any kind of technology you want us to talk about, get in touch with us via email. It's questaheadstart@gmail.com. questaheadstart@gmail.com. We'll respond to you and find how we can also get a conversation and get to know what we can do in terms of the technology. We're moving from now to another level altogether. So it's a wrap. Handing you back to Kokui to continue with the show. Over to you, Kokui.
All right. Thank you so much, Diego and Lyric, for Tech Talk. A lot of information that we can learn there. Be careful about what you post on social media. Be careful about your passwords. Just be careful about the kind of information that you share, because you never know where it ends up and who's actually seeing it, okay? So just be a bit more security conscious when it comes to your online life. All right, we can all learn from that. Now, TikTok, he's got a new song that's coming out.